Alright, what happened, alright, starting now. What happened last time?
Morgan's bug
Robin
boy
Reyes is a
came
hero
back.
for Delta Green.
Oh yeah, we found out the extent of Robin Reyes' cruelty.
She's a patriot.
Well, we didn't technically find out.
Well, us as people found out. Our
I don't know what you're
characters
talking
did
about.
not.
I'm Frank Campbell.
Morraine
Pouring myself into it.
Yeah.
Morraine had a rekindling of a previous relationship.
Alright.
And he swept her off her feet.
Yeah.
And, you know, took her breath away in the process. While also holding back her father, who opposed the relationship. All very romantic. In some eyes, maybe. Not in Morraine's necessarily. Worried about what that process is going to be with her buggy boy.
I think he's gonna fix you.
We'll see how that happens. And then Robin met
Bug ladies.
her new best friend, Bob Barnewell.
Barnwell.
And he seems maybe they could be like friends, like simpatico thinking in some ways. And her old bestie, Greg.
Frank Campbell.
Frank Campbell. Why do I always think you're Greg?
Great. Besties. We even have a secret handshake. What are you doing?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Working, calm down.
What?
Jesus.
I have a journal down here
Oh,
where I took notes, you freaks.
I thought you said Colonel. Like a popcorn.
We get to Denver, Colorado, and meet a new guy named Frank. New group, Holiday. Oh, you went by Frank, did you?
I went by Sam Briggs.
Going to Denver County Jail, small riot, Friendly insists he saw something regurgitated, an alien worm. Friendly was sent home. We're going to investigate. Radomir was the only victim, and from Cornucopia House. We are FBI DEA agents going in to question why our informant is burned up. The guards are really dodgy. Things are being deleted. I wrote down the case file and number and cell number. Overall, the guy doesn't seem like a good kid that died. We interview Perez. He wants a lawyer, get him to talk, get a flash drive of what happened, but he says he's hiding more. Keller, and he doesn't want to give us the dog. Keller and officers beat up Resnick, vomits up lungs in black shape, kills dog of one of the officers. We go to do the autopsy. There was skull damage from buckshot after burns occurred. It looked to be riddled with pneumonia and cancer. He shouldn't have been alive. Go and get his information from clerk, then go to vape store to investigate vapes. They think we're narcs. He might have stolen from Carmichael. Looks like he was trying to go to jail. We go to burn the body. And that's where I left off the notes.
Yep, and then you burned the body and you went to your hotel room.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. Starting from the next morning,
So, hold on.
you slept well.
Burnt that body. What day of the week is it?
Oh,
It is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
my dudes. Or wait, that's
It's Wednesday. You fool.
I'm not hip with the kids.
You're not even a memer.
I drove my son to join ISIS.
He's now in the military, though.
He was in ISIS before, which is, yeah.
And now he's in the American ISIS.
And he's proud to be an American.
Alright, what do we want to do, guys?
Well,
So we
What's the
were convinced, or not, we think he might have stolen from Carmichael. And maybe we could go check that out somehow. Maybe that would.
Sorry.
Who is Carmichael? I'm trying to remember.
You got this stuff from the county lockup, whatever. It's part of the case file for why he was arrested. I remember it had several things in it. It had 3 expended Avalon Gardens brand marijuana vape cartridges flavored Guy and Verse cherry, 1 half full Avalon Garden Spring marijuana vape cartridge, 1 DC5 V.05 vape pen and charger, 1 receipt from Denver Greens, a recreational marijuana dispensary for the above. The memo line is made out to Susie, a handbag, wallet, and credit cards, and ID of Susanna Carmichael, age 36, resident of Kansas City, Missouri. A burned DVD labeled Security Cam 6/snowmelt. Security Cam 6/snowmelt/10-8-17. Radomir Resnick's CDOC issued photo ID. A business card for a renewed potential housing group, a Denver-based charity that provides housing to released convicts, and the form memo that announces the closing of the Resnick case and cancellation of the arraignment with reference to a body transported to the medical examiner at 9:30 p.m. Saturday.
So I don't know. Well, we had that lead with the marijuana where they had that big distributor. And
so specifically, I'm trying to remember what Pitzarelli was like, what we were specifically here to do as far as like...
The reason why you're here is because Radomir Resnick was a child of Cornucopia House. And he, a U.S. Marshal had seen something alien on site. Some suspect puked up or regurgitated with seemed to be some sort of alien worm. There was an engagement with the K-9 unit.
I mainly mean like what they want us to accomplish here as far as like, we already got rid of the body, what else are they wanting?
Figure out what's going on. If there's a supernatural vector here, identify its source and shut it down. Save lives, cover it all up.
Copy.
Could have just been a big worm.
we do want to find the dog. We do want to talk to find out where we did get that guy's home address. But we'll probably want to go there at night to take care of that.
So I think our next step might be going directly to the weed farm or whatever, where they're making these vapes.
Yeah, you're going to Avon Gardens.
Yeah, Avon Gardens.
Avalon
Gardens. Yeah, can I look these guys up, see if I can find a location for them online?
Yes, you can.
I might also do some research specifically into that, the flavor. See if they have anything on the website about like what makes it special or anything else.
Would I roll for anything for that?
I'm going to try to find it.
No, you're good.
You can find the Avalon Gardens website. Their company line is they specialize in post-processed marijuana products, extracts, shatter, distillate crystals, and a variety of THC food additives. You can see that it has a reputation for exceptionally strong product at competitive prices. It sells from a single physical location, the Round Table Dispensary at the company's Valley Dirtlands cultivation site, just outside Greeley, Colorado. And the products are also wholesaled to dispensaries in Colorado and other states. They claim to have a 99% THCA potency. If you have any chemistry, you can roll that.
I don't think I have anything.
Mm-hmm.
Or criminology, if you ever dealt with marijuana stuff.
I probably dealt with a little bit of like looking online, like online.
Would my counterterrorism?
No,
That wouldn't have been marijuana?
probably not.
I do have criminology.
Yeah, you can roll criminology.
Okay, I have some criminology. I passed with a hard.
Wait, hold on.
I rolled an 8.
I passed with a normal.
Next game.
So, you know that the 99% potency is impossible. The mixes that add flavor to cartridges dilute the solution more than 1%. Hey, Camel. Hey, Camel. Hey, Camel.
Camel.
Okay, so the 99% THCA potency claimed by the company is impossible. The mixes that add flavor to cartridges dilute the solution more than 1%. That's just marketing copy. Marketing law only requires accurate solution measurements before the mixing of additives. And there are no state or federal laws requiring the accurate labeling of strains for any marijuana product, so long as the mislabeled product inside at one point passed regulatory testing. And you do have half of a cartridge of this stuff left.
Do you have any? I was gonna ask if you had anybody that you knew that could test it chemically. But no, I don't think we should smoke it.
I work white collar. I don't know that I would. I'm sure.
What
we
would that
do
be like?
Somewhere.
Would that be like a bureaucracy role?
No.
To test a weed
It'd
cartridge?
be like chemistry or pharmacy or medicine. You need to like go to an expert to have them test it.
Forensics? Oh, I have some pharmacy. Not a lot, but I do have some.
Okay, well, you still need a lab to test it. It's not just you roll it and okay.
She brought
I
her
have
lab
some
with
beakers.
her. Some
Got
beakers.
2 beakers. What can I get for that?
Nothing.
An answer?
No.
2?
We go to a high school chemistry lab. We break
You
in.
Walter White at RV.
Um,
that.
no, we can brainstorm more on that later. So Round Table was the wholesaler or the growth?
Avalon Gardens is the company.
Yeah.
It's called the Round Table Dispensary at the Avalon Gardens Company's their Valley Dirt Lanes cultivation site outside the town of Greeley, Colorado.
Very, very King Arthur.
Their logo is this.
Sword in
I
the
was
anvil.
right.
A sword with kind of marijuana leaves going into an anvil, I guess. I don't.
Should probably be a stone.
An anvil is like a stone if you take ore.
It's a big stone.
Stoners. No.
No talking for 5 minutes. This is your punishment.
I didn't try to break your pen.
So, do we want to go try to find this place? What do we want to do, guys?
I don't. I mean, we already have vapes. Maybe it is worthwhile looking into it. Maybe there was something that.
You could also, as a reminder, Morgan and Toby, you both get the supernatural scent heavily from this stuff, from the vape, and the cartridges.
And we see a lot of people smoking it.
Yeah, you have seen some people smoking it.
I mean,
And they're not dying right away, but that doesn't mean they don't have eggs inside festering a worm or something. So yeah, I think it's probably worthwhile. We should go. I'm trying to think of what our backstories would be, or we could just be FBI, but they would probably not let us in.
Yeah.
DEA.
That's probably less likely for them to let us in, especially without a
Yeah,
warrant.
but they would have to, maybe.
Not without a warrant. Unless we...
We could talk our way in, just being like, you want us to get a warrant, or do you want us to just go in?
I mean, yeah, we could just go. Maybe could we say we're investigating something else? We could even say we're like, it doesn't matter. We can go and just talk our way in.
Yeah.
Can I, looking them up online, do they offer like tours of their facility or something?
I mean, people can go in. There's like a lobby and there's a bud tender area.
You go there.
You can buy and stuff, and it's right next to a like motorbike park. It's right next to it.
It's a rad place.
It's all in the same compound. Same company owns it.
Mopeds.
You can also see on their website they have like a list of their employees. There's like 36.
Anyone recognizable or?
No, they have headshots and small bios. The boss, it looks like, is a man named Dakota Knight.
Just Delta Green wise, if we ran names by Pitzarelli, would he have any knowledge of them? Or I guess he could just pass them.
I mean, you would have to be looking in like the FBI files.
Well,
and
I can do.
stuff.
I mean, I can do that, but I just.
I mean, you can ask
I
him,
guess
but like
yeah, you're right. I was thinking.
yeah.
I would.
You can also get like tax records or something for a company. Those require bureaucracy rules to try to do it sneakily and everything.
If I could run just like the, management level, like the owner and if there are any vice presidents, just look at them in the computer.
Okay. You look up Dakota Knight.
And then if it says anyone specifically is in charge of that one flavor.
So, I mean, all the flavors are, there's different flavors there, but they all advertise the 99% potency.
Yeah.
But Dakota Knight, 37 years old, 5'10", CEO of Avalon Gardens, former CEO of Excalibur Solutions LLC from 2012 to 2014, former manager of Knight Chevrolet corporate offices. Knight Chevrolet is run by Bill Knight, who appears to be Dakota's father. He's very active on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. His content mostly consists of like lumber, chic vacation photos in the mountains, workout videos overlaid with investment advice text, and stage photos with beautiful women and expensive vehicles.
Hot.
All of these accounts promote Avalon Gardens products. Quote, live like a king. Live Avalon strong.
What was the name of that company with the droids?
Persistent Vigil.
Oh, okay. Not
Drones.
Kingy. I couldn't remember.
The company that he worked at before this.
The
Excalibur.
Excalibur Solutions.
Yeah. I'll look that up. Get any kind of records on that, see what they were doing, what was going on. Who's the what's it?
It was a consulting firm. There's not a whole lot about it. Yeah, you can't find much about it.
Do I know what they consulted on? By chance.
No, you don't.
Weed.
That's all you can find on it.
Interesting.
Seems like a front
It's a pretty poor front.
for evil.
You want to look at Bill Knight, his daddy?
Kinda.
Let's look up old Bill.
Robin's just interested.
Daddy?
Old daddy.
Robin likes a man in charge.
Robin's going to have sex with everyone.
That's what she's
Works
been
at
doing
this
this
company.
whole time.
Sleeping her
Thanks.
way to the top.
Makes sense for her.
Just like Kamala.
Oh my god.
Good for her.
It's like I don't even know.
Bill Knight, CEO of Knight Chevrolet, founded in 1979, issued 3,111 new and used vehicle titles last year alone. Dealerships in Denver, Fort Collins, Lafayette, and Aurora. Sits on the board of directors of Co-Operation for Colorado, a political action committee responsible for $5.5 million in contributions to Colorado state politics since 2010. Divorced twice, widowed once, currently single. Lives in a big mansion at 1 Grouse Drive in Waldona near the Jackson Reservoir, about 100 kilometers from Fort Collins. It's a gaudy lake house with a faux log cabin exterior scaled up to McMansion proportions. And there's even some pictures of him with the governor.
Gotta take down the government.
Gotta kill the governor.
Yeah, he's gotta go.
Can we pin this all on the governor?
Yeah.
Easiest fancy.
Let's start now. Let's just go for it. We don't even need to talk to this other guy. Okay, I say we just go there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say we just
Talk
go.
our way in.
John Hicken. No, that's a senator. No, yeah, John Hickenlooper is the governor. Okay, so you just want to go there?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do on the drive there? Or how are you guys going in?
Do we want to say we're DA, or would we rather say we're something more like...
Well, I'd say first we just walk into the shop.
In your suits?
I take my suit jacket and my tie off.
I'm not sure that they wear suits.
Who does?
FBI might.
I mean, yeah, FBI does. I was definitely wearing a suit.
I am wearing a very tastefully picked out pantsuit.
As am I.
Robin looks good. She wants to look good.
Okay.
Good.
Good. You get it. Good.
Yeah.
What do we want our cover to be is what I'm saying. Do we want to go in as like FDA? Something not as scary?
Yeah, if we do FDA, we could even do something along the lines of, hey, those FBI hacks are trying to link these vapes to some violent activity. We know that's not the case, so we're just trying to push along the process to get full FDA approval. Looks like some of your products are missing that. Should be pretty cut and dry. Check, check, check. Roger, roger. You get my drift. Wink, wink.
Yeah, basically just like say, like, we're just here to check some boxes. We're here to get out of your hair.
So, you remember yesterday when you were at the dispensary, how he, as soon as it was clear that you guys were cops, he just wanted to talk to my legal department. That's it. And
we could be lawyers.
And then he even threatened to, like, okay, we'll get the news down here to show the federal government overstepping state authority.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
We might want to go in completely unrelated to the government. I take a Hawaiian shirt out of my...
we could just lie and say we're legal representatives for them, and maybe they won't know that we're not, like... Could we look up and see what legal office has represented them before, if there's been any lawsuits, and we could just say, oh, we're from such and such office? Just
You can't find anything like that.
Oh, okay. We could be kids looking for... Well, not kids, we're old now. We could be looking for
I
jobs.
dress up as a 12-year-old.
Yeah, you're over 40s. But just some background on decriminalization. There is a state approval process for medical and recreational dispensaries. Regulations control zoning, staffing, quality testing, and safety testing. There's a marijuana enforcement division holding all this data along with corresponding tax and financial records. There's an office just outside of Denver. State officials would have access to that. Let's see here. The Colorado Department of Revenue's Marijuana Enforcement Division, they would probably have files on the regulatory testing that was done on the product. There's also a University of Mississippi marijuana research project that compares different strains to each other, and it's part of the U.S. government research.
I mean, we'd be interested in looking at all of that.
A lot of different stuff like that.
I think specifically we could look into what their
Comparison?
Huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
What them being approved looked like, what their dealings with the regulatory agency have been.
So maybe we go to the regulatory agency?
Do we need to, or can we
just get that information?
Yeah, is that public record?
Because it's also possible they, like, fudged it, you know?
Yeah.
They paid someone off, bribed them. And so that information won't be totally accurate, but...
Is that public record?
You'd have to go there.
Wait, okay. Do we want to go there first?
Sure. Maybe it'll at least give us information on who we can pretend to be. Okay, so we're heading to that specific office that has, like, the regulatory regulation.
Okay. Did you want to do anything with that Susan Carmichael thing? No.
Where it looked like he stole stuff from her wallet.
Susie. Is that...
Did she die?
You have none of you have done anything on that.
Is she closer?
Forgot about it.
Well, no, she's from Kansas City, Missouri. You have her purse, her wallet, her ID, her address,
I
her
mean,
credit
I assume
cards.
she was, like, staying here, or we just don't know anything
We
about that yet.
we haven't looked
You have
into
not
it at
looked
all.
into anything.
I will
Okay.
Google her name.
Okay.
I will look her up on social media, her name, see if anything pops up, any red flags, missing persons.
And the police didn't look into her at all either.
They just got this the day before and haven't done anything with it yet.
Typical police.
You do find her on Facebook. She has a phone number. You can see that she works as an elementary school assistant principal in Kansas City. You can call her.
Star 69 or
Yeah, I'll star 67 it.
is it 7?
Yeah.
That's the one that broadcasts your name and location.
Picks up Susie.
Hello. I recovered your purse and belongings.
Oh, I lost my purse while visiting relatives in Denver. Don't need to bother returning anything. I don't know where it's been or what's happened to it. I've canceled my cards. So.
Were you connected at all with Radomir?
Radomir Resnick.
Radomir Resnick?
Nope, don't know who that is. So, sorry, I really don't know. But I lost the purse. Haven't seen it for a while now, so I don't know what could be in there. So.
Well, it was found with a gentleman named Radomir Resnick who is now dead. Are you sure he didn't mean anything to you?
No, didn't mean anything to me.
Could I ask who your family might be? I could at least return it to them.
Oh, no need to do that. You could just throw it away. I've already canceled the cards and everything. Ordered a new license. No problem.
I'm looking through her purse. Am I finding anything else?
No.
Of note?
No.
Is there copious amounts of money?
There's some money, yeah.
Oh, well, there is actually some cash in here.
Oh, whoever found the wallet then can keep the cash as my reward. No problem. But I really haven't. I lost it a while ago there, so I don't know, really.
I'm trying to think of what other else from Susie Carmichael that...
Was she in town for?
Oh, so she said to visit family.
That's very well. Yeah, I guess we need to.
Is she on speaker? Or
yeah, I have her on speaker. Sure.
That's why I was asking. Yeah. We really want to get this returned to you. When were you in town?
I don't need a return to me. That's totally fine. I was just there a couple days ago and everything else, but I lost my purse, and that's all there is to it.
Well, you said you hadn't seen it in a long time.
Well, yeah, I don't even know which day I lost it, so I'm sorry.
This could be connected to a crime. So I'd really appreciate if you could answer just any questions related to who you were visiting.
I don't know anything about anything that was in the purse, so...
It was your purse. What do you mean you don't know anything about anything in the purse?
I know about my cards, and I got new ones ordered, and gonna get a new license and everything, so there's really no trouble. So, but I don't know anything else about any other crime.
For you, there might not be trouble, Miss Carmichael. But like I said, this has been connected to a crime, and your name is now attached.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, please, then just go ahead and tell me who you were visiting.
I was just visiting some family. They also were visiting in Denver, too. They don't live there.
Where were you guys at? Where were you staying then?
I don't recall, but...
So you know that this is connected to a crime and you can't recall where you were staying? You understand that might be a little suspicious. I'm just trying to clear your name here, Susie. I want to not talk to you as quickly as I can, but to do that I just need some answers.
How does tracking a phone work? Could I be
not easily?
Phone?
No, you can't do that.
Can I roll for track?
No.
I smell the phone really hard.
Okay, continue.
Make a human roll for me.
This is not a human.
I failed.
Okay.
Barely.
Alright, anything else you want to say to her? Or are you done?
Susie, listen, this fella that he's connected to, he's dead now.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a horrific tragedy, and again, your belongings were found with this gentleman, and that connects you guys. And the fact that you're not wanting to tell me where you stayed or your family, it's all looking a little suspicious. So I just want to maybe help you out here.
Who are you?
Susan, we're on your side. We're just giving you a call here to try and get some information so that we can check you off a list. Does that make sense?
Are you cops?
We're not cops.
Who are you then?
I personally am with the FBI.
Oh God. Look, I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't know about any death or anything. All I wanted to do was come to Colorado and and get something. You promise I'll have immunity, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. I came to Colorado to buy weed.
Okay. You know what? Sometimes I do too.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Alright.
All right.
Now what else happened?
And then you hear some little kids in the background. He said, "Hold on, class." Some guy robbed me after I left the dispensary.
And did you notice anything strange about this man? Anything that stand out to you?
And she describes him, and it is Resnick.
Yeah.
Did he say anything to you, perhaps?
He didn't say anything.
And when did this happen?
That day.
The same day he died, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Susie, I'll be honest with you. We really do not care about you buying weed. That is the least of our concerns. We won't share it with anybody. I promise you. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Were you here with family?
No.
Nothing strange happened to you outside of that gentleman stealing your purse?
Nope.
Well, are you sure you don't want me to send your purse back to you or bring it to someone? Because it really is no worry to us whatsoever.
I mean, I guess you can send it back to me.
Okay. Is the address accurate here on
Yeah.
your ID?
Yeah.
All right. Susie, if you think of anything else, I give her my a phone number to call us.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically about that man. If you remember anything else, call us and let us know. All right.
Okay.
And I'll work on sending your belongings back to you. It does look like he maybe took the weed. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay. I hang up the phone. Is there no weed in there?
What do you mean?
Oh, is that all the vapes that we found?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he saved her by stealing this evil weed.
All right. Now, you said you want to go to the regulatory people.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You head to the Colorado Department of Revenue's Marijuana Enforcement Division. You go in there. You all are technically on your cover as part of a DEA FBI task force, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, looking into your witness's death and finding out what happened to him. So you all do have badges for this. But yeah, you go in. How do you identify yourselves to the clerk?
Hi there. My name's Agent Briggs. We were actually just looking into a case, actually, death of one of our witnesses. We were wondering where we could pull some records about some dispensaries, growing facilities, things like that.
Yeah, this will be the place.
Okay. Would we discuss that with you, or are there computers we could head to?
And I'm sorry, did you say you were FBI or DEA?
Yeah. I'm FBI. We're part of FBI
we're
DEA task force.
Oh.
I thought it was both, sorry.
It is both.
Okay, yeah. And then I just pull my fake badge out.
Okay. Make it just a regular bureaucracy roll.
Bureaucracy. That is going to be a success. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Take you back in the conference room, and he brings in a bunch of different paperwork for you. We have here both the testing that was on file from Minerva Labs. They provided the testing for the regulations for the approval, and then we also have federal tax requirements and state licensing files on that here. Public disclosures, documentation, all of that sort of stuff. So if you want to go through that, and there's a huge stack of papers.
Yeah.
How long have you worked here? Have you ever looked through any of this stuff?
Yeah, I have. Why?
I was just curious if anything ever popped out at you, really like having someone who's been here for a long time that knows the specific places and could give us any, feedback is always welcome.
Aren't you FBI DEA?
Well, yeah, but you work here, You've...
Well, I got you the stuff for this company, so what do you want from me? I don't understand.
I guess I was just making small talk. I'm sorry. Just talking to someone that's been around the business for a while.
Okay.
Thank you for grabbing this.
Sure. And he walks away.
So I really thought that was just me being like, oh yeah, tell me what you think. Like, I was just trying to make small talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you're bad at it.
No. Do you guys not talk to people when you're working?
No.
What?
Why would I do that? If you're talking to me, I assume you want something from me.
I talk to everybody when I work. It's how I
go out of my
function.
way not to talk to people.
I don't want to talk to anyone.
I put headphones in so they don't talk to me either. Pretend like I can't hear them.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Yes.
Morgan does find it like really hard not talking to people, even like people that are like kind of actively threatening.
I don't know that that's true, but
You said you'd be tricked by Buffalo Bill.
I would have been.
Okay, this will take you a day to go through.
Okay.
Make a search roll.
Even if all of us are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackson wants us to fail. I don't know if you guys know that.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
When I talk just to make small talk, he rolls his eyes at me like I'm a
fuck are you
fucking
saying?
weird asshole for being like,
Your
oh,
character is a weird asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but people
what are you
shouldn't
doing?
treat me like that.
I get.
I also work people. Be nice. It's part of the job. Clearly. Aw, yeah, I rolled a 7!
Okay, well, it sounded like you wanted him to just go through this for you in the room.
That would be so funny.
It's like some
Oh my
Tom
God.
Sawyer.
That's what it
shit.
sounded like you wanted him to do. It's like, what do you mean? This is your job.
This fence needs paint.
First off, the company is lying
What?
about what's in its products. It has different products on its website from a number of popular cannabis strains, but it only sells one strain, endlessly repackaged.
Do they even taste different?
Taste them.
Yeah, do it.
There's notes like page 3. Oh, this one tasted like cherry.
This one also tasted. It did pass regulation. So the testing was done by Minerva Labs in Lafayette, Colorado. The samples were long since destroyed. But the data is all here, and the lab results are unique. Most producers send many strains for testing, but Avalon Gardens only ever submitted a single agricultural product, Yerba al Cubo. That's Yerba, Y-E-R-B-A. Extracts from this strain serve as the basis for all products, mixed with different additives and processed into different forms. The other oddity is, despite offering a single product at a single company seeking approval, Dakota Knight's name appears with a 2 in parentheses next to it on the contact sheet.
What does that mean?
The second, like.
That Knight is in their system twice. But the previous test must not have passed.
Does it give a reason why?
No. Failed regulatory approvals are kept in-house and private to prevent client embarrassment and lawsuits. But there's also a computer in this room if you want to try to use any hackery.
I would love to.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm a hacker.
I'm better than you.
You don't know what's
Both
your
of
skill.
you hack together using the keyboard.
No!
Yes.
We're like pushing.
You're both using the keyboard at the same time.
Why don't you
Beat
use
me
the
then.
top
You're not
part?
too
Why
bad
don't
at
you use
this.
the bottom part?
I did not do good.
3. Eat my evil ass. Bend it over. You spread the cheeks.
Evil wins.
Evil win.
That's a unique little thing that
You
just
hacked
happened.
you hacked the data, Robin Reyes.
Yeah, I did. Because I am
Hacked it
so
to
clever
pieces.
in my
The
good pantsuit.
The other file is a failed.
It's
The other file is a failed test for a strain called Yerba al Cuadrado, tested in 2014. Approval was denied on account of, quote, unacceptably high insect contamination. Knight was acting as compliance officer for Genetic Agricultural Products, Inc. Notes indicate that Minerva technicians consulted with 2 other labs that both red flagged the strain for the same reasons. Genetic Agricultural Products, or GAP, Inc., never received a license to distribute recreationally in Colorado.
high insect infestation like Morraine's boyfriend? Are they turning them into bugs? Are they getting involved? Are they getting into people's ears and in their brains?
No, it's in their lungs, Morgan.
What? You don't know shit about the anatomy.
What are you talking?
They want to get in my ears.
That's how drugs work.
My
Frank,
tight little ears.
Greg, whatever. You don't know.
My name is not Greg.
I said Frank first.
What was the name of the old strain that failed the testing?
Yerba Quadro.
Quadro?
That's Cuadrado.
Why did I call
Quadrado.
it Curbo?
I'm not Mexican. I don't know how to speak Spanish.
Can you roll your R's? Try.
See.
What was the one that passed?
Cuadro.
Yerba.
Yerba.
Yori!
Cuervo.
Especie.
Espacio. Mucho espacio.
Grande.
Grande.
Yerba.
Yerba. Muy yerba. I bet Toby sounds the most Spanish amongst all of us.
It's because he's got that Catholic blood.
Yeah.
I did take AP Spanish, so.
Shit, dude, you probably know more than me.
All penis.
Oh my god.
Adam is obsessed with penises. I'm really worried about our relationship.
It's not gonna
Just
work.
grow a penis.
Can you
Easy.
not do that for me?
He doesn't like this.
It happens in all the cartoons I watch.
Shut up.
What do you mean? Shut up.
You.
Fucking.
Let me be clear. That was not directed at anyone in the group.
Shut up.
You out of nowhere were like, hey, shut up!
How dare you call me out?
What if there's someone listening? Like the attitude. I don't know, people are conscious of people listening to the recording.
Yes.
That was good. Hey.
Okay.
That's sick.
Did you find it?
A penis.
Find one.
The cartoon.
I have them. Okay.
Yerba, what was the one that passed?
Yerba.
You just said yerba.
Yerba al Cubo.
Al.
Cubo. C-U-B-O.
That's one that failed.
That's
That's
on the
the one
past.
Good. And what was the one that failed? No,
Yerba.
I'm just kidding.
Al Cuadrado.
Can I translate that?
Do it with your phone.
Yeah. Or like actually?
Yeah,
Okay.
actually do it with your phone.
Got it. I will.
Avalon Gardens boasts only a single dispensary and licensed grow operation, both located at the Valley Dirtlands cultivation site outside Greeley, Colorado. Greeley is home to some of the largest slaughterhouse operations in the United States. Let's see. Bill Knight purchased what would become the Valley Dirtlands Sport Complex, later the Valley Dirtlands cultivation site in 2006. It opened first as a motocross and extreme sports shop in 2008, building a dirt track, BMX ramps, and a vehicle showroom. This closed down shortly after 2008. Was used as a warehouse and showroom for excess inventory from Knight Chevrolet dealerships. In 2014, Knight signed his son Dakota onto the lease and changed the name to Valley Dirtlands Cultivation Site. He also co-signed business registration for Avalon Gardens LLC and received approval as a state licensed medical and recreational cannabis vendor. The business was up and running in 2015 with the grand opening of the Round Table Dispensary. You can make an accounting or bureaucracy roll.
Ooh, that would be good for me.
That would be totally.
Hold on. Oh yeah, it's pass. It's hard pass.
Good job. Using that, you track down appropriate tax documents. There's nothing to indicate hidden assets. For the last 3 years, the company has claimed in their taxes hydroponics, fertilizer, butane, alcohol, lab equipment, other supplies that wouldn't be necessary to supply and process the inventory. Anyone who has science, botany, or criminology can roll.
Criminology. The criminology.
Do you have criminology?
I pass with the hard.
I also pass with a hard.
I pass with it almost hard.
All of you know this. While the input-output of this supply line makes sense, the timeline is impossible. Most cannabis plants take 4 months to mature. Curing, drying, and processing only adds the time between seed and sale. While the Valley Dirtlands cultivation site is theoretically large enough to keep Avalon Gardens in supply, the rate of sales suggests a grow-out that's been in operation for at least 4 years, not 2.
Interesting.
There's an extensive corpus of documentation on file for taxes. Looking at this, let's see here. You can find that their taxes were paid. The routing number correlates to a bank, Cimarron Credit Union.
The translation, by the way, is grass squared, and then grass cubed.
So the weed grew too fast for the timeline to make sense. Clearly, they fudged it.
Yeah.
They're cutting the product with bugs.
You can find payroll documents. Although Avalon Gardens is owned equally by father and son, at this point, what's his name? Bob.
Knight?
Bob. Leaves the room to go use the restroom. So, Dakota Knight withdrew $240,000 as personal income from last year's profits. Bill Knight withdrew nothing. The money would not be easily missed among the millions of profit already claimed by Knight Chevrolet, but it seems odd for an equal partnership. You can see that there's a $315,000 salary being paid to a Reza Hussein, listed as head chemist. And then the figure is more than tripled in the payroll sent to Instant Deterrent Security, owned by John Bellamy, for consulting. Avalon has, in 2 years' operation, paid enormous sums to the federal government as taxes against its wildly successful earnings. Its loans are already paid off. Any competent CPA would have stashed that much profit into capital reinvestment, real estate, or some other tax haven. While Avalon writes off upgraded processing equipment regularly, it would have been a cheaper tax bill to franchise out 3 quarters ago, even if the stores never opened at anything but a loss. They seem to be just hoarding their profits in the company account. And that was with the Cimarron Credit Union. And there's a phone number and address for them. You can make an accounting roll, Toby.
I will.
Or you, Morgan.
Or what?
Or Morgan.
I don't have a lot of it. I don't.
I just rolled the pass.
You do find in the paperwork a memo on file with the credit union, with the SEC declaring that the bank no longer accepts accounts for marijuana-based business.
Huh. But they are holding all the money for the...
They paid... All you have for that record is they paid taxes with it last year.
Oh.
And the memo was 6 months ago.
So maybe they had a bad breakup.
And there is a phone number and stuff for the bank.
The father broke up with his son.
At this point, Bob returns from the bathroom.
How'd it go?
Oh, it was a hard time. It was a bad time. Where are we headed next?
We're still reading through the documents, but they just learned about financial stuff if you wanted to.
So essentially, they seem to be hoarding all of their profits, and for a while I was at the Cimarron Credit Union, but 6 months ago the Cimarron Credit Union came out saying that they no longer are doing business with marijuana-based companies, and there's a phone number and an address for them, so it seems like maybe there was some sort of bad breakup or blood.
Some falling out.
So maybe they'll give us some information.
Well, none of the FDIC insured banks can do business with marijuana companies anyway, so that's not abnormal.
Yeah.
It's kind of weirder that they were doing business with them before.
Is it weird that they had like...
None of this is weird for them, really.
Okay.
But you can still call them to ask.
Yeah, it's worth calling.
He was going to call?
The accountant?
Shit. Okay.
Okay. Frank Campbell picks up his phone, calls the Sumerian credit union.
What was the company name?
Avalon Gardens.
It was Avalon Gardens. Okay. Okay. I call him.
Yep, you call. You get the manager on the phone. What do you
So, this is. Did we establish fake names or do we care?
We did.
We were all meant to come up with names.
Brian Carter with
FBI, DEA.
With the DEA.
How can I help you, sir?
Looking into an entity that appears to have had an account with you for some time, Avalon Gardens.
Yes, they no longer have an account with us. They were told to empty the account 6 months ago in accordance with our new policy on cannabis banking, but they did not comply for quite a while. Eventually caused us to freeze the account. They were unable to process checks and make deposits, but they just left it. I would have thought that would have brought them in quickly, but it didn't. They apparently the payroll or something was handled through a subsidiary, and they had enough reserves or whatever. But actually, just last week, 2 SUVs arrived, and rather than having their money transferred to another bank, Dakota Knight insisted it be returned in cash.
Dakota Knight, you say?
Yeah,
Yes, okay.
yeah, the CEO. He said that he did not trust the charlatans at our bank not to poison a new institution against him. And it took 2 trips to load all the cash that he took with him.
Approximately how much was that account?
A little over $25 million
I see.
in cash.
The other individuals he was with, were they...
His employees, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't want to file a suspicious activity report on the funds because, his dad is friends with the governor.
Yeah, we've heard, yes. Any other suspicious things about the account? I mean, did you ever know his dad to be involved with the company?
Well, he's part of the business, yeah.
Okay. Did everything seem okay? Did he seem to be under duress, or
He just seemed like
strange?
a douchebag. No, he just seemed like a douche.
I can't argue with that much. Okay. Well, thank you for the help in this investigation. If you hear anything else, please give me a call.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
And, yeah. So, you know that they have $25 million in cash.
Just
Yes,
not abnormal.
liquid cash.
Just sitting somewhere.
It's probably at that dirt bike farm where they raise all those dirt bikes.
They raised
They
dirt
grow
bikes.
'em.
Studying the paperwork continues through late into the evening. You guys, like, the clerk you worked with, he bought you some, like, Chinese food for you guys to eat and stuff.
What a nice guy.
I was about to say we're gonna order Chinese food.
He got you all the stuff, whatever you wanted.
Thanks.
General Tso's.
Cream of some young guy. You do find in the paperwork, it seems clear that the application for regulatory approval was fast-tracked. Most cannabis outfits take years to get approved. Avalon Gardens got through the process in 2 months, less than 2 months. There's even a memo from the governor himself included in the paperwork asking for priority processing, as Bill Knight is referred to as, quote, an old family friend and upstanding Colorado business owner.
Seems like these knights are at the cause of all of it. Let's just go kill them.
What did you say?
Hmm?
Kill them.
So as you're just going through everything, kind of timeline solidifies. Dakota Knight worked for Genetic Agricultural Products Inc., failed to get a license for them to sell in the state. pretty much the second he quit Gap, Dakota then got approved for his own marijuana business, using the exact same process and in less than a quarter of the time. And you can find payroll for the employees, and there's 36. You do find addresses for the different employees, for Dakota Knight, for Bill Knight, for the head chemist, Reyes Housen, Hussein. That's what you find. It's late. It's like 10 p.m.
Maybe it's time to go to that guy's address.
What guy's address?
The guy that has the dog buried somewhere.
How far out of town are we?
Oh, we're out of town.
You're a little out. 20 minutes out.
I guess, because we can't really do anything else tonight as far as, like, looking things up. Yeah, we could do that. Go menace this guy real quick.
Okay. You have his address, so you can go do that.
I would say at first we look around, see if we find any loose dirt.
In his... Oh, you mean in his backyard?
Yeah, just close.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You drive on out there all together.
Mm-hmm.
Long day. You're tired. Reading stuff. Boring. Sad. You guys get to this kind of rural area outside of Denver. You can see this home, and yeah, there's some other houses, but they're a little further away. Big yard. There's some woods in the back. What do you do?
Do I smell anything?
Yeah, do we smell
No.
mangy mutt?
What's the neighbor situation? Close neighbors on each side? Or?
No. They're kind of far away, but they're there. You can see the houses.
So yeah, as we pull up, if we could like turn our headlights off, yeah.
Okay.
Roll up.
Now what?
Do we want to
Search the backyard real quick.
take a look, or we could just go to the front door and secure him?
Did he say he lived with anyone?
No.
We could have just come here during the day.
I think that's
He's
way
at work.
harder. Oh, I mean, yeah, if we're gonna search his house. I think we were here to deal with him also.
Oh, okay, that's
Potentially.
fine.
Potentially.
Yeah, just potentially.
We also don't know that the dog is in his backyard.
We do know he buried it somewhere.
He doesn't seem very smart.
It's we know he's not smart, but
We could hit him with the old, we're just stumped on this case. We need your help.
I think what we can do is be like, hey, that dog has a contagion inside it that we need to contain. We went through means to find your address. Show us where the dog's at. We'll take its remains. But it's going to cause a problem for you and everyone around here if we leave it where it's at. How does that sound?
I'll let you lead the way,
Okay.
Bill.
Okay, you guys all go up to the front door?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you go up to the front door, knock. He answers the door. What are you doing here?
We need to talk to you. Do you mind if we come inside?
I've already said everything. No, you can't come inside.
Well, then we'll talk to you right here.
I'm
I'm
gonna need my lawyer. We've already had our conversation.
Listen, I need to talk to you about something very serious. It's a matter of public safety, actually.
What is it?
The dog that you have on retainer,
Mm-hmm.
it has a extremely contagious biological component inside of it. We need to secure that component. We need you to tell us where that dog's at.
And
Or-
also, how were you handling it when you transported it? Was it wrapped? Did you touch it?
It was wrapped in the trash bag, and I brought it to where it currently is.
Hopefully
Right.
that's enough, but if we can get a hold of the dog, we could probably come up with some sort of treatment plan.
I'm not feeling sick.
I think the trash bag did plenty, but we need to get to this dog to contain it. We don't know how long
It's secured.
We need to get to this dog, if you understand.
Make a persuade roll.
That's a 16, which will be a hard.
Alright, fine. It's in the back.
Alright, smart. Keep it close to home.
It was in the backyard.
He like goes around the side of the house and points, and it's like near the woods there's a little pile of dirt.
Okay. You home alone, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, well...
It's just me. I don't have any family or friends or anything.
Well,
I feel ya.
Well, maybe you could consider us kind of friends now.
Yeah, you are evil too, so. You saw this guy like terrorize a man for no reason.
Can I ask for something that would be reasonable that I would have?
Like
That
what? Tell me what it is.
Oh, it's something it's a
Sodium
gun.
pentothal.
It's just like a .22 revolver
Sure.
that I used to just like shoot people in the back of the head.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Would it be okay if I had a
gun?
gun that
You
I
have a
used
gun?
to shoot people in the back of the head with?
Well, it's a specific gun. Yeah. Okay. Do you mind showing me where that pile's at, sir?
Yeah, he just points at it.
Okay.
He also had flash drives.
Is it close or like is it way out in the middle?
You
of
can see it.
Okay.
It's
Well,
dark. Maybe we can.
do you have a shovel that I could borrow, sir?
Yeah, and he like goes to his garage and like opens it up and takes out a shovel, hands it to you.
Thank you. Well, I'll be back. I'm gonna go take care of this. Do you want to stay with our friend?
I'll stay with him.
Okay. I mean, was there 2 shovels? Can I help there?
There are a couple shovels. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well,
You can both shovel.
We both go shovel.
Okay, you're leaving Robin Reyes with the man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
we'll be right back, Robin.
Right. What do you do?
Or whatever your name is.
Paige. No, I can't be Paige. I don't know why that was the first name that came to mind. Diane. No, I don't want to be Diane either.
You're telling us soon.
Or you don't need to say any name. That's fine. All right. What do you do anything while you're waiting for?
Yeah, I'll talk to him a bit.
Okay.
How much?
Are you gonna actually? I don't mean like just small talk. Like, do you want anything or from him, or say anything, or do anything? If you're just gonna small talk, we don't need to play that.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I was just gonna small talk.
Okay. All right. So you guys go dig up the dog. It's a crispy, just crisped up, extra crispy pooch.
Can I say I grabbed another trash bag from his kitchen?
It's buried in the trash bag.
I know. I want
Okay.
to bring another trash bag with me to like.
Get it.
Oh, I didn't know.
Get it all.
I didn't know if it was like tearing at this point or.
No.
Okay. Well, okay.
can just get it.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We dig it up.
You dig it up. You have it.
Okay, we take it.
Inventory.
Yeah, we put it in our inventory.
How much weight do I have left until I'm overcovered?
2 pounds. So you're nearly
So
there.
it's not,
but
it's not
you
a slot system?
No.
Okay.
You can move around just fine until you add 2 more pounds.
And then I
Then
locked to the
crippled.
ground.
You can't move.
Well,
I put down the shovel. How much more space do I have?
1.5.
What if I break everything down into its base
Anyway,
components?
you have the dog. Now what do you guys do?
Let's go put it in the trunk and then join back up and decide what we're gonna do with this guy.
Okay, you put it back in the vehicle. You don't have a truck.
I said trunk.
Okay, trunk. And then
Yeah, his vehicle.
Robin goes out to meet you. You're all 3 at the car. He's standing in his garage. What do you guys do?
Well, we would really like to take you to a facility to get secret facility.
Okay, you're going up to talk to him.
Yes.
I thought you guys were discussing with
Oh.
the 3 of you.
I tell you what, I'll talk to him before we go inside.
So So yeah, you go over to the jail guard.
I just wanted to make sure that you were comfortable with what we were most likely going to do here tonight.
Like, okay, you are talking to the guard right now. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought.
You're throwing me off. Okay. You're talking to your friends, fellow agents.
I thought I was. Yeah, sorry. I thought I said before I go inside we'll talk to him. Because you were asked if I wanted to. Never mind.
When you,
Yeah, you're talking to me.
Sure. What? Okay,
You
who?
confused me.
Okay.
Who am I talking to?
you are
I had a
talking
face
to him,
blindness.
not the
Yeah.
guard guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Did you get confused?
I
at
was
all?
very confused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
was
thought
also
you were saying.
confused.
Okay. What do you want to do? Fucking.
I don't know.
No,
What do
so
you
you-
want to do?
Alright, let's go inside. Fucking. I don't.
No,
Doesn't matter at
No,
this point.
we weren't saying don't do it. I was just confused because when he asked, he was like, "So you're talking to the guard guy?" You said yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Apology accepted.
Okay.
We can all move on now.
Yeah, I would really like to.
All right.
Well, I'll think about this one day and laugh.
All right, Adam, Bob, Agent Bob, who are you talking to?
I guess I'm inside now, so whoever's in
Who
Oh
front of
my
me.
Inside.
god! Just there was nothing.
He's inside.
No, what?
Nothing.
The guy's already dead.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
it's just
He's
fast
gone back to
forward
bed.
10 minutes.
All right, Agent Bob went inside. What do you do?
He's just went inside so fast, I'm still outside. I don't know what's going on. I go inside too.
Nice to see you two getting along. Sir, we really did want to make sure you were okay here. Is there any way... What?
Adam, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
It's just, I'm confused.
Are we inside talking to the guard?
So, how... All right.
Okay, how about someone else leads the way? Because I'm fucking...
All right, Agent Bob, you came back to the garage. You're with the guard. The other two are at the car. Okay? All right, we'll start from there.
So that wasn't me talking to the guard?
We're just.
Was I not just talking to the guard?
Yes, it's just you were talking to Morgan also there. It seemed like
So, I'm sorry.
we're all cool. We're
Yeah,
all
we're
great.
It's okay.
We're all everything's fine.
You guys keep getting upset.
No,
No
we're
one's
not.
no, we're not upset. We're not upset. We're just trying to understand.
Okay. You know what?
This is what it feels like to have dementia.
Yeah, it really does.
We coordinated this
Fucking
beforehand.
Christ.
This is all.
I've like 3 times been like, okay, we're talking to the guard. Okay. And then you act like I'm not supposed to be talking to him.
The problem I think that got it all confused was you started off saying like, okay, I'm going back. I put it in the trunk. I'm going to talk to them to see what we need to do about him. And then
you were like, okay, you're inside. And I was like, okay,
no,
I'm inside.
I didn't say you were inside. I said the guard was inside his garage.
Right,
And-
but multiple times since then I've been like, I'm talking to the guard now, and then we keep going back to being like, no, you're not, you're outside.
I'm just trying to place them also. That's all. That's all.
I didn't know I needed to place them.
I'm saying I'm placing.
Okay.
Well, like the last time it was like I said, okay, and then Morgan and Toby are at the car, and then you said, "Nice to see you two get in the lawn." That's all.
Okay, sorry.
And
I
then you talked to the
didn't
guard.
realize that
I-
Morgan was already outside because we didn't do that. Okay.
Can we reset just last time? All right. You
It really doesn't matter. I can just move on.
You brought the dog to the car. The guard, is
Mhm.
standing in the garage watching. The other 2 agents are also at the car with you.
Okay.
Now,
So I'm at the car with them.
correct.
And he's not with us.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Well, he said he has these flash drives. We don't want those flash drives to get out. it'd be good to know where they are, but I don't know that he's going to tell us.
He does seem to be a loner type.
I feel like they'd be in the house.
Yeah, I don't think that he'd put them anywhere else. Maybe his locker at work or something.
Or in the house.
Yeah.
We could just try and get him to tell us what he knows.
I don't think that's enough.
If he tells us, we can move on.
No,
We
if
can
he
do
tells-
whatever we want with him.
Or he's alone, we could just take care of him and then we'll know the information doesn't get out.
Well, but we don't know
If
where
we
the
kill
information
him
is.
and then there's a flash drive sitting somewhere, it absolutely could get out.
As a reminder, he gave you the flash drive. He said he had
He's-
copies of it.
Yeah, that's
Right.
So you have the information that he gave you.
right.
We just want to make sure that copies don't get out.
Correct.
So, what do we want to do?
We'll try to get the information. If he doesn't give it to us, we'll take care of him. If he does give it to us, we'll take care of him.
Sounds like a plan.
In worst case scenario, we could even, if we're gonna get rid of him, we could tell him the real story, like what's happening. It's supernatural, and then still just kill him. That might convince him, though.
You've really grown, Frank.
This job has changed me.
You really don't want to lose any more of your friends. I get it. And so I'm going to walk into the garage
Okay.
to the guard. Thank you so much for waiting. You've been so patient.
Yep.
This is a matter of great urgency. You saw what we saw on the tape. You were there.
Mm-hmm.
And while I don't not commend you for the way you treated that Resnick fella, he seems like he had it coming. We do need to know where the rest of the copies of that flash drive are.
They're my insurance. No.
Insurance for what?
To
Worms?
ensure that I don't go down for any of this shit.
You think someone's going down for this? You think anyone gives a shit about Resnick?
I don't know, and I don't care. I'm just saying I'm not going down. And that's my insurance policy. If I don't get charged with anything, there's no need for anyone to see what's on there.
Let me clarify something to you, sir. This thing that you're calling an insurance policy, it's an anchor. And it's pulling you down. We're offering to cut that line for you, but if you don't take us up on that offer, you'll drown. Does that make sense?
Make a persuade roll.
It's a failure.
Look, I'm not intimidated, and I know the fact that you are trying to intimidate me says that I need to have this insurance policy. So,
All I see on that flash drive is you being involved. You think it's not going to take you down with them? You're in the video.
I didn't kill him now.
No one is saying that you did.
But you were
I don't know
involved.
if anyone will say I did or not. That's why I had the insurance policy.
How are we oriented in the room?
I assume if all three of you are in there now, it's kind of like how we are sitting now, except maybe he's more like here.
And we're in the garage, right?
Yeah.
Can I say while I was talking to him, I was kind of moving towards him and maybe he was taking a few steps back to just keep a distance from me?
Sure.
And then maybe one of you guys could see that and you could go shut the garage.
Yeah, I walk over. Is it automatic or anything?
Like a button.
Yeah, I just walk over and hit the down garage button.
And
It's cold out, sorry.
And I have I would just, as the garage door started going down, I would just pull my gun and point it at him.
Jeez, what the fuck?
We tried to play nice.
You can't fucking point your gun at me.
Of course I can.
I'm law enforcement too. Fuck you.
Barely. And we're way more than law enforcement.
If you fuck.
Do you want to tell me where the flash
He
drive?
starts panicking.
Hey, look at me.
No, let him go down. It's fine. It'll be peaceful.
I'm gonna start searching The tapes. Or
You
flash
go
drives.
into his house.
Yeah.
Make a search roll.
Yep. It is indeed a success.
Okay. You do find on his mantle there's a flash drive thing.
Bring it back. Is this the only other copy?
No.
Where are the rest?
Yo.
I pull back.
If you kill me, I have a dead man's switch.
No, you
on the
don't.
flash
You're
drive.
too stupid.
On a flash drive, sir?
Yeah. Well, on the flash drive, it'll be uploaded. Will be uploaded if you kill me.
The flash
Oh.
drive will be uploaded?
Yes.
You're talking to a computer whiz over here, my new buddy, my pal.
Then you know what a flash drive can do.
I'm not even
It
a
stores
computer whiz, and I know
information.
you're lying.
I want to get you out of this, okay?
I go
As
check.
he
Can you
as he
work?
says that, and I saw my gun pointed at him, I pull out a knife on my hip and I'm looking at it, and I test it on my finger to see how sharp it is, and I'm just looking at him now.
She's a real edgelord. But if you work with me here, I can help you, okay? So be honest with me. Is that every copy of the flash drive?
Make another persuade roll. Hard persuade roll.
That's a normal success.
Can I have made a persuade roll because I have a gun on him?
Yeah. Hard persuade roll.
That is a hard 16.
Promise you'll let me live if I tell you.
Of course, I promise.
All of you promise. Look me in the eyes. Promise me.
Yes.
I promise.
I promise.
I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be killed if I tell you.
You're
No,
not
good.
going to be shot.
Should have just given us all it's at the beginning, but yes.
I
you'll
did
be
give
fine.
you it at the beginning.
No, everything.
What do you mean? It's the same flash drive.
The copies.
It doesn't matter now. Where is this the last copy?
That's the last copy.
And is there any more information? Because we will be back.
I said that's the last copy.
I'm not saying
and
is
that's
that
all the information. I didn't fucking hide any information from you, dumbass.
Can I make a human roll to see if I can tell
Yeah.
if he's lying or not?
Yeah.
That's we all can.
That's a failure.
fuck? It's a failure.
Normal pass.
It seemed like he's angry and honest in that sentence.
In saying that there's no more.
That he gave you everything. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna leave your house now, okay?
Okay.
But for our safety, I need you to just turn around and put your hands up in the air, okay?
He looks at all of you, puts hands up, turns around.
And I pull out the 22, and I just shoot him right in the back of the head.
You kill him.
That's a nifty thing.
Pick up a couple things.
Make a sanity roll. All of you.
Even me?
Not you. You're fine.
Okay.
Actually, a success for
Yeah,
me.
I fail.
If you fail, lose a d6. If you succeed, lose 1.
Four.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
We made
Did
a
you leave?
promise to
Did
that
you
guy.
leave the hole for the dog?
I don't think we should bury him in his own backyard, but
Right.
Right.
so yeah, I roll him up in like blankets and plastic shit like that.
Okay.
Put him in the trunk with the dog as well.
Okay.
I pull the car in actually, so I don't have to take the body out.
Okay.
But
Yep, and then we're.
Do you want to clean up the blood?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
make a
clean it.
forensics roll.
that'll be hard.
And that'll be a normal for me.
Do I roll?
If you're hoping it's clean.
I don't like getting dirty. Forensics.
You guys clean it up, and you guys get out of there by midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you do with the bodies?
Burn them. Investigate the dog maybe briefly, but I don't think we're gonna.
Yeah, look through the remains of the dog to see if we can find anything.
Again, it's all just burnt, torn up mess.
Then yeah, we'll just burn it. We'll burn both of them.
And then bury them together.
You go out to the woods and burn them, bury them. It's about 1 a.m.
Time for a sleep, guys. Right? Unless you want to hit a Waffle House.
Do we want to move his car somewhere else?
Well, we brought our own car.
You've already left the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we
Gotcha,
need to move.
gotcha.
I don't know why we would move his car.
No, just
I guess to make him seem like he
yeah.
disappeared, but I think we just leave it alone.
Okay.
Everyone was calling into work anyways.
Yeah, I think it'll be a couple days.
We could edit the tape so it just shows him like
Beating him up.
beating him up.
As a reminder, they deleted the footage at the jail.
Yeah.
This is the only copy of it.
I know, but like we could
Doctor it.
doctor it and then return it somehow have it enter the mainstream so it makes it look like he ran away because he killed the guy or because he.
If you want.
I don't think anyone's gonna be really looking for this guy for a while.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he was very connected to anybody. What else do we want to do? I mean, tonight we'll probably just go home. Or stop somewhere.
Well, and we already did the Carmichael thing. I think the last thing to do is, now that we have all this information about the fuckery of the Knights and their dispensary company, is we could try to go in being like, hey, we know that you guys are falsifying all this information, so we need to get in and see what's going on.
Yeah.
You might want to talk to the chemist too.
Oh, yeah. To take a look at.
Yeah.
You have addresses and names for all of their employees.
Well, let's go check on that.
In the morning.
Okay,
after
so
we
you're
sleep.
going to bed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you go back to the hotel and go to sleep.
Yep.
You wake up the next day, refreshed,
Ready to go.
ready to go. What do you do?
I go downstairs, grab myself a bagel,
Okay.
some breakfast, and then I go up, wake them up with a hot cup of coffee. It's a cheery morning. No reason to be.
Pour it on.
Good morning. No. Frank, how you doing today? Are you ready to go chat with some weeders?
I suppose so. Yeah. How about yourself?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call a chemist. We should probably call a chemist.
Yeah.
I would assume we have some connection to a chemist with Delta Green.
You could call Pitzarelli.
I'll call him.
Pitzarelli here.
Hey, it's Robin. We're searching for a chemist to look into these vapes.
What vapes?
The vapes that
You have not given him any updates at all.
I'm so sorry. I just realized we've not updated you. Would you like a quick update?
Like, the only thing that he knows is that something weird alien happened at a jail with a Cornucopia House guy, and that's it.
Okay, well, I'll start from the beginning. Essentially, we went to the jail, talked to one of the guards. He stole some footage, not good stuff. Could see the worm thing coming out of the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we kind of followed some leads, looked into Resnick some more, found out he maybe stole a purse from a woman. That didn't really go anywhere. Looked into the weed. And honestly, things are pointing back to the vape situation in a weird way.
Okay.
We got our hands on the vapes. We'd like to have a chemist take a look. It's owned by the governor's friend, some David Knight and his father.
Bill Knight.
Bill Knight, I'm
Dakota
sorry.
Knight.
Oh, and what Knight?
Dakota Knight.
And Dakota Knight is the CEO.
Okay.
Big family. Tough to crack that nut, if I'm being honest with you, Pizzarelli.
Sure.
So our first step, we thought, was obviously contain the information from that security guard at the prison, which we already took care of. There was a dog that he buried. We found it and burned it. And now, so if you have any chemists that we could potentially utilize, that'd be really helpful, boss.
There's a friendly. DEA office there, Agent Morales.
Agent Morales.
You talk to her. She should be able to help you out. Yeah, is there anything else? Do you have anything for me? Any questions or?
So if we do have to talk to, if there is something with these, so sorry. What's the matter, baby? If we do have to talk to this Knight family and we have to get involved in their company, what do you want us to do? Because this is a family with a lot of money. They have $25 million liquid right now.
That we know of.
They
That-
do.
Yes.
Ooh.
They pulled it out of
I
this
knew
bank.
they'd want this cash. We should have lied about how much they had.
Sorry.
They're gonna have more.
So
Well, that's how much we know they pulled out of a bank, apparently.
So is there anything suspicious about the company itself?
Absolutely. A lot of suspicious things about the company. Partners pulling out extra cash, which seems weird for...
Why do you think it has something to do with the vapes at all?
Resnick seemed weirdly infatuated with these vapes, and he was riddled with cancer pneumonia. Seems like something was keeping him going. And I know it seems silly, but I have a hunch, Pitzarelli. I really think something is involved here. What if something he was smoking was how he ingested whatever creature was inside of him? I know, she's having a bad
Oh,
night.
it's okay, baby.
Honey, what's the matter?
As soon as you give her attention, though, she stops. But yeah, you can talk to Agent Olivia Morales.
Have we talked to her before?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll give her a call.
Yeah, she does work for also the University of Mississippi Marijuana Research Project.
Should she know anything supernatural about this, or is she...
No,
Understood.
she's not Delta Green.
Understood.
But yeah, so, and what's this company's name?
Um,
Avalon
Avalon Gardens, yeah.
Okay. I haven't heard of that, so.
well, they seem to be on the up and up.
Okay.
Their weed grew extra fast.
Alright, well, let me know more details as you get them.
Right. I call Morales.
Yeah, you call it Agent Olivia Morales. Yes. Agent Morales.
Hi, I was directed to call you from a colleague of mine, Pitzarelli.
Okay.
He said that you may be able to...
Who is this?
I'm with the DEA, FBI,
Joint Task Force.
Agent Schwartz.
Okay. How can I help you?
We have these vapes, and I just really want to kind of have someone that knows more about chemistry take a look at them, see what's inside.
Sure.
Could I come by with my colleagues and bring you some vapes?
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much. You look confused, Jackson.
No.
Oh. All right. What's your address, if you wouldn't mind?
It's the DEA office.
Oh, okay. Oh no. Well, we're not gonna get caught. We have badges.
That's where you met.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you guys go back to the DEA building.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. You go back to the DEA building. Olivia Morales meets with you.
Transfer the materials to be tested.
Okay. I'll take a look at this cartridge.
It's a matter of some urgency.
Sure. I'll give you a call back when I have some more information.
Thank you very much.
All right. What do you guys do now?
I guess, well, it'd be nice to have that information before we go to Avalon Gardens.
We can just cut a couple hours. You guys goof around.
Okay.
Okay. Cut a couple hours later. You get a call from Agent Morales. You guys went to Waffle House in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played Risk.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say about him killing a man last night?
I don't necessarily agree with it, but gotta do what we gotta do to keep the greater population safe. We can't let this information getting out, I understand.
Sure. So, she calls you back and she says, "Yeah, so this vape you got me. Our records indicate a partial match for Yerba Loca."
Yerba Loca.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It's a statistical outlier in black market potency, recorded in the late 90s to early 2010s. The last encounter we had with it was actually with me in 2014.
What were the details of that encounter?
So, a little bit about Yerba Loca. The base genetics of Yerba Loca originate in something called Blue Dream, a sativa dominant strain engineered in 2003 as a hybridization of DJ Short Blueberry and Super Silver Haze. Naturally fertilized Blue Dream seeds typically produce in the 18% THC potency range with low CBD expression. It's one of the most popular and easily obtained marijuana plants in the world. Yerba Loca exhibited even broader leaves than its forebear, matures in as little as 6 weeks and boasts nearly twice the THC potency. The flavor profile is also dramatically altered, losing its berry notes and flavor of a sharp, spicy profile. It was described as like smoking a caffeinated cigar. Reviews of the strain's energetic high and unmatched potency made it a pretty infamous strain in the mid-2000s. However, the rarity kept prices high and limited availability outside the largest urban centers. It went off the market in 2014. We have the full genetic sequence of it on file. As a curiosity, Yerba Loca scores at 0 or nearly 0 on every test for pesticide contamination.
What about this one?
This one is pretty much the same. The reason why that's kind of weird...
It's because it's insects?
No, it's because that any plant grown in soil is likely to have at least some pesticide contamination, but not in Yerba Loca. It's like a plant of purity. It would take like a time machine to go back and find a plant like that. But I was working in the DEA Chicago division, and the case has gotten cold and it was removed from my load last year. But I found that marijuana in a woman's apartment owned by a suspected lieutenant in the Sinaloa cartel. The weed was dried out due to long abandonment. Sinaloa. Yeah. The weed was dried out due to long abandonment. At that time, we were investigating Ghost Monday, which was the night of March 12th, 2012. The DA lost contact with nearly a high dozen rankings Sinaloa intelligence contacts. I was tasked with investigating the abandoned property of the disappearing suspects. The request was low priority. It took a year and a half to come back with the weed specifically. It did not indicate anything pertinent to a DEA case. But yeah, my theory with Ghost Monday was someone at Homeland Security got loose lips about the shared DEA intel, but it doesn't particularly matter. The cartel personnel who disappeared were close associates of the Guzman brothers. Once the last of that family had been purged from the Sinaloa leadership, the DEA saw no more reason to look into finding what happened to the intelligence contacts. But
So essentially this strain of marijuana is already associated with some criminal activity, but nothing more came of it because the investigation kind of just stopped.
yeah, I mean, there was nothing else really to go off of. There was like some also about Ghost Monday. There was some small-time associate organization named Tom Shukaram. They're kind of a southeast death head criminal organization. But it couldn't have been them because our intelligence suspects were so spread out, they'd have to be everywhere at once. Thank you, Ari. Anyway, I already said it, but that was the last thing. She said that the DEA intercepted phone chat around that time about recent disputes with a small-time organization called Ton Shukoran. That's TONGSHUKORAN. That could have been responsible for the vanishings, but it wasn't probably them, as they would have to be everywhere at once, and most of their members were in prison or dead by the time she started looking. So the DEA was not very interested.
Do you have a personal opinion on any of this?
No.
How did the disappearances happen? Was there anything significant or just gone?
We don't know. We don't know what happened to them.
Anything else special about the vapes in particular? Other than this weird strain that they somehow got a hold of?
I mean, no. High in potency and everything, but beyond that, not with this sample that I can see.
Well, I appreciate your expertise on the matter. It is greatly appreciated.
Of course.
If you think of anything else, I guess give us a call, and I give her my phone number to call me on.
Okay.
Or Pitzarelli can connect us if you have his contact information.
Okay.
So essentially, I'm just trying to summarize, Jackson, because there was a lot going on there for a second. The weed is connected to the yerba whatever thing, Blue Dream.
So, to summarize, the weed that is in the vape is not the same weed, but it seems to be like a descendant of yerba loca, which was involved. It was like kind of a very special, weird, unique strain that was on the market for a time, and it was recovered at the scene of a woman's. It was recovered at the scene of an apartment where some Sinaloa cartel intelligence people had been disappeared. No one knows what happened to them.
Okay. And the police don't give a shit about the cartel, so...
No, and this is 3 years later, and the intelligence people were mainly connected to the Guzman brothers. That's what their main information was on, and the Guzman brothers are gone, so they don't really care anymore about this stuff. These intelligence people.
Yeah, okay. Guzman brothers, okay.
Do we have descriptions of the Guzman brothers?
They're real life people. They're just people in prison. Or
Oh, they're in prison.
They're real life people. They're not part of this.
Okay. I didn't know if they would be matching in description to people on the staff or something.
No.
Okay. Okay. However. Yeah, I guess we just go talk to the chemist or whoever else. The Knights. Okay.
It's like 1 p.m.
Yeah, I think our only option at this point is to go... I mean, I guess we could look into the... We're not going to look into the cartel, so it would be just to go to that that big weed place.
Okay.
And see what we can find out.
Okay. You drive on out. The location is far outside of Denver, obviously. The smell of the whole place is just disgusting.
Overwhelmingly.
You can smell manure and other stuff because it's slaughterhouses all around it.
There are slaughterhouses all around it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why.
Because that's where the land is. That's where they do it. The land is cheap because it smells so awful. Valley Dirtlands cultivation site. You drive on out. You pass. The site itself is on sort of a plateau. And then on the next kind of hill, you see there's a big slaughterhouse, wafting smells. Kind of down the slope of the cultivation site, you see BMX bike part, and there's guys doing their BMX stuff and everything, going crazy down there. There's all these people vaping as they bike and everything.
As they bike.
Mm-hmm. And you guys drive on up. This building is pretty big. It's about 170,000 square feet. 2/3 of it is 2 stories high with sheet metal walls. There's a timber and plaster western wing. That looks like the customer entrance. There's an Avalon sword / cannabis crest painted across the facility's front. You don't see any windows except for on the lobby of the dispensary section. And then there's some cars parked out front and also some cars parked out the side. The side looks like an employee area. There's a chain link fence dividing a restricted parking lot from the gravel road that leads to the sport complex. Opening the gate, looks like there's a key card on there. That's what you see. And there's some cars parked out front. Looks like some customers going into the dispensary. And you can see the hours. They're open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday through Saturday.
I mean, we didn't really want to come to the dispensary, but maybe that's the first way in. Okay, I guess we walk up to the dispensary.
Okay, you go inside.
Mm-hmm.
You go inside, and there's a lobby area that you enter. Inside the lobby, you notice a couple employees. They have little badges that say level 1 on them, and there's also a guard working the lobby. Looks like customers enter the glass foyer. And you see people ahead of you showing their ID and have their photos taken by security camera above the door. The armed guard buzzes the customers into the lobby. Half hospital waiting room, half head shop. And customers approach the counter to report whether they're shopping recreationally or medically. And it looks like someone's entering their names in the computer system. You see flat screen TVs scrolling past product menus and announcing when the bud tenders inside are ready for the next customer. Lobby staff buzz the customer through to round table proper. And then there's other doors in here, and they look like they're being guarded.
Well, I don't really know how we get around not getting photographed coming in here, so...
Yeah, you guys are waiting in line. There's people ahead of you going there. Yeah, make a decision.
What is our plan?
I mean, we have the fake IDs.
I mean, we are here
They're
to
federal
investigate.
agent IDs, yeah.
I assume they came with like a driver's license too, right?
Okay, sure.
Right.
I would not have assumed that, but okay, that makes some sort of sense, yeah.
I would think that would probably be the case, but
Also, I feel like we can just flash our badges and...
I mean,
we're not trying. I think the point was we were trying not to show that we're federal agents.
Yeah.
Would it be worth trying to talk to the chemist or someone we think we could turn outside of this place,
To let us
like when
in?
they're just when they're home, to either get information on the security or
Because we did get everyone's address. Is that what
we
you're
know
saying?
where everyone lives. Yeah.
What are we trying to get from here?
I guess just information. I think this is the last place we have to get information. We know that the vape is potentially attached to, is a strain of an old weed that was attached to the cartel and a disappearance of people, the cartel and this woman's death. We know the weed has a particular bad smell, the vapes do, that...
Are we smelling that, by the way?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You are going crazy. It's like, makes you want to itch.
So Frank and I know that there's
some baddies in here.
scent in here of not good.
You smell it just everywhere, but also the employees, the people in front of you, the waiting in line, everyone smells like it. Like you want to just fucking kill all these people if you could. That'd make you so happy right
I'm
now.
resisting. At the moment.
Being so good.
Collateral headshot.
I mean, I think we're already here. I don't know how we get I would...
You could leave.
Do we want to go somewhere else? What do we want to do?
I guess leave. We'll leave and go to someone's address because we got all of the employees' addresses.
Because I don't know what we're...
We could just...
I mean, we can confront the CEO and his
The
place,
Knights,
or-
yeah, I guess. We could just go all in. Just
You do know where their addresses are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's go fucking kill some millionaires, I guess.
And then if we break in at night, I mean, there is potentially security cameras and stuff, but
We'll just knock on their door at first.
We go covert.
So you want to go at night to the people's places?
well, I assume they won't be there until after working hours. You know.
Well, they're the CEOs.
So you are wanting to like break in at night? I'm confused.
I thought maybe we just go there first.
Just break in during the day when they're
Or
not
just
there.
talk to them.
Are we breaking in, or are
I think
we
we're just talking to them.
Okay.
Yeah. My what I'm saying is, if they're at work, they're not going to be at their house.
But
Right,
they're
so we
CEOs,
have to wait
they're
until-
probably
We
home.
go at like dinner time, not
Yeah.
nighttime.
Well, I don't know. That's night to me, but whatever.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you guys step out of line. You guys were about to go in, and you guys step out of line and head back to your car.
Yeah,
We're saying no.
to weed.
You're saying no to weed. You get out of the car, start to drive away. Looking back, you see there's like a side door in the employee parking lot, and there's some like 5 or 6 employees out there vaping.
At the side door?
Mm-hmm.
Kids.
Do I know? I mean, we had all their information
You
and
don't know
pictures.
them.
Do I?
No.
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 Well, I guess I'm specifically looking for the chemist or the
I
botanist,
No.
whatever they are.
No idea.
I pull out my Resnick's vape
The Vape.
and I'm just holding it. And how far?
Okay, you're in the car right now, so what are
Oh,
you
sorry.
doing? I'm saying you saw that as you were driving away.
Okay.
I
Well,
thought-
we do see a side door then. I guess you're just showing us that there's a side door we could get into at
Yeah.
some point. Okay.
Yeah, because I assumed you. I mean, I didn't think you were going to go up and talk to them.
I was gonna kill them and take their clothes and go in.
Oh, there's 5 or 6 of them.
We're
Yeah,
near
5
an
pairs of
active
clothes.
dirt bike
There's people
park.
all around. There's literally armed security guards. You
I
saw.
wasn't really gonna do it. Calm down.
Okay. Anyway, you guys drive away, and your plan is to go try to talk to the chemist after he gets home from work. Is that it?
Sure, it can be the chemist. I thought we were gonna go to the millionaires, the knights.
Okay,
So
yeah,
to
either of those.
The son or the father?
I want the father.
Okay.
Go talk to the father.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down with that.
Okay. He's in like a McMansion type log cabin thing. A little bit further out. You can go do that. Is there anything you want to do on the way there, on the drive there?
Look up security company.
The Somalian cartel.
The Sinaloa cartel?
Sinaloa cartel.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to look up?
The Blue Dream.
No.
The woman that died.
Can I roll for unintelligence?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
BMX biking. Stats.
You look up BMX stuff.
Who's the best out there?
Pizzarelli calls.
Hello, Pizzarelli.
I barely passed normal.
That's fine. Pizzarelli here. I was calling to see how things are going. If you have any more information to update me on.
The chemist told me that it's a strain, and I kind of go into all that.
Uh-huh.
So I don't really know where to go from there, except maybe go check out this dispensary. But boss, they have cameras all over, and they're asking for IDs. They definitely get our pictures.
Okay. Alright, so basically the only thing with the Sinaloa cartel is somehow they disappeared and they don't know who did it or anything like that.
Yeah, she said something like, to do that, someone would have to be everywhere all at once.
Who would have? What do you mean?
Um,
And why couldn't the cartel be everywhere all at once?
I don't
No
know.
one
She
can
said
be
that they
everywhere all at
stopped.
once.
They stopped looking into it because that didn't make sense.
Okay.
That's what they said.
Alright. This isn't a puzzle.
It feels
It
like
is
a
a
puzzle.
puzzle.
It feels like I'm being puzzled. Okay, Pizzarelli, do you have any advice, maybe, on what I should do next, Pizzarelli? I could really use some guidance, Pizzarelli.
You sound like you're about to cry. Make an intelligence roll. See if you remember something.
I did. I'm very intelligent.
Yeah. And you remember specifically who she said was rumored to have done the disappearances, but it couldn't have been them because they were everywhere. Do you know that name?
Tash Currand.
No.
Tonsher Corrand. Am I close?
Yeah, that is correct. Tom Shakur.
Do you know anyone by a Tonsher Currand Pitzarelli?
What? Yes. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Why don't you tell me what I mean?
Tom Shakur?
I heard it from the chemist
Like, what about them?
that maybe they were causing the disappearances.
Tom Shakur have a previous history with the program.
Okay.
They're
A previous history as in they're dead now, or as in they left the program?
They should be dead.
Who did the bad job?
They're a group. They aren't anything like that.
So they used to be agents, or they're...
No.
Okay,
No.
okay. Well, explain then.
Tom Shakurin was... They were a degenerate group of occultists and magical users. They came to the United States from Southeast Asia and had all sorts of companies, and we fought them a long time ago and got rid of them, killed them all off. So,
Doesn't sound like it. What if they're behind whatever's going on
behind
here?
the Avalon Gardens company? Probably not.
Why would you say
When you
that?
said that Dakota Knight, he's the guy who came up with the strain and everything. Right?
Hmm. Well, I mean, she said this strain looked a lot like the Yerba Loca.
So you think he just found the strain on his own, this Dakota Knight?
No,
I
think
he has connections to the cartel?
I think that would be a pretty safe assumption.
It's possible.
Okay. So he got this from our old enemies, Tom Shakur, and he made a company and started doing weed and stuff. Is there any evidence of this?
I mean, other than trying to loosely connect the dots here.
Okay.
Chemical composition.
Do we have any
weed
sort
is
of-
just very similar to what they had back then.
Right.
Seems to be the same strain.
Also, weirdly, the plants, none of them have pesticides.
That was with the original one. The second one, the one you tested, does.
Oh, okay.
Tom Shakarian, the theory is that he gave the Tom group, they gave him the weed or whatever. Are they controlling him or something?
We have no idea.
We have no idea. I just heard the name.
Okay.
And it seems weird that comes up if they've had a previous affiliation with Delta Green and now something supernatural is going on here, and it seems to be related to the vapes.
Okay. And then tell me more about this Dakota Knight guy. Like, where's he come from? How did he get? What happened? You said his father's pretty wealthy.
His father's very wealthy. He's a man that posts a lot on social media. You could probably see quite a bit there. Lots of hot women.
Okay. Good.
Great
That's
cars.
important. All right.
Check.
He seems to really like symbolism as far as Knights of the Round Table goes.
Okay.
You see his logos.
Sure.
Maybe I need to roll for intelligence to remember where his power came from.
What did you do previously? Toby, you could
Demanded-
also answer if you know.
The Father Knight. He had a number of companies. He had a consulting firm. He had the dealership, car dealership.
So you think, okay, car dealership? Make an intelligence roll.
I pass.
He previously worked for Gap, submitting, remember that weed that didn't pass inspection?
Oh, yeah, he worked for...
I thought that was a separate company.
Yeah.
It is a separate company.
Well, like not just not them.
That he worked for. It was him that he worked for. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's why his name's connected.
I tell him that.
You said Gap? He said?
Yeah, he works for Gap. He worked for Gap, where he submitted.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
Children's Gap.
Yeah,
Baby Gap.
they were incredibly evil. Absolutely. Mythos group, 100%. We've killed a lot of them over the years. 100% evil.
So do you think it's possible that this other group that you thought you killed maybe wasn't all killed off and then was part of Gap?
Oh, they were definitely behind
Gap?
Gap.
So and then this night guy could
Genetic
be.
agricultural products.
Then this night guy could definitely be Tom Shakurand.
Maybe. We haven't heard from them in years, and genetic agricultural products went out of business in like 2013, 2014.
Now they've turned to vapes.
Weed.
Or he just stole their product and is now selling it on his own.
Yeah.
Either or.
Either or. And you said that he had $25 million on site?
I was told that he pulled that amount from the bank.
Okay. So
It's been a while though, so who knows?
So I can give you some direction, if that will help. In the coming days, what you will need to do is you will need to get inside the facility, find out exactly what they're doing, destroy it if you can, and recover the cash. That's step one. It's one thing we gotta do.
Seems like a couple of things, really.
It is really. This company, if there's something going on with their products, and you are absolutely positive that's what caused the issue in the cell,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they are affiliated, yes.
but like you're positive that's what caused it to happen.
I don't know if it's what caused the worm. I've not seen any other worms come out of people, and a lot of people are smoking the vapes.
Okay.
It seems to be connected in some
So
way.
if you can find actual evidence that they're connected, then we absolutely have to shut them down.
Are we taking this guy to court?
We gotta do something. We can have some friendlies, plant evidence of tax evasion, maybe get a new independent study commission for the sole purpose of finding carcinogenic pesticide contamination in products. But it'll be up to you to destroy the source if there is something happening, and if necessary to arrange a false flag shootout to burn the place to the ground. I have a group of people that could help.
Who are these people?
They're Delta Green. They are more tactical than you all probably are.
Where are they from?
You would be surprised how tactical we can be.
You'll be surprised.
They're DEA Special Response Team Epsilon.
Wow.
Do I know
Got
who that is?
Masticate.
What's that?
Yeah, did they know who
Yeah.
we are?
They don't.
No.
They're led by a crazy cowboy, Robert Astra, nicknamed Fudd.
Fud.
Then we have Special Agent Lucas Frank, nicknamed Sprinkle. Then Luis Frederick,
Awful nickname.
nicknamed Crunchy. Then Agent Emma Tomlinson, named Husky. Then Bhaskara Isha, nicknamed Isha.
This is stupid.
Her nickname is just her last name,
Yes.
and the rest of them are
Like
Fud,
Sprinkle.
Crispy.
And then we have Candace Ledoux, nicknamed Doc.
Is she the doctor?
She's a linguist.
It's a PhD.
If you need them, they're on standby. I can have them sent there.
Will they listen to us?
They'll listen to you. But Fudd, he's seen it all. When he was a kid in the 80s, he was having a shootout with Nazi clones in Bolivia.
Crazy. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. He saw his wife eaten by a hole in the floor.
A hole.
He actually got gut shot in Chicago fighting Tom Shakur in the early 2000s.
So he might want to get...
And he had a run-in with Alcizas, the Fate, in the 90s. Anyway, food for thought. Look more into the employees, find out what's going on, and try to formulate the best plan of attack.
So you'd recommend we don't go talk to the boss?
You can do whatever you want. I trust you guys.
I would say we more so focus on finding evidence and then just attacking the place.
Sounds like you got it.
Yeah.
Alright, Pitzarelli out, and we'll stop there tonight.
Okay.
Okay. It's getting interesting up in this business.
I like that we're gonna steal his money.
Yeah.
I like that we're not going to find this money.
And burned up. I'm done with Delta Green.
It's a shame we're going to have to kill this Team Epsilon.
The three of you are just like the most evil people in Delta Green.
I wasn't until I heard money.
Tim's gonna wake up from this coma and be horrified.
Well, I
Just
mean,
set
we
everything
killed
right.
his wife.
Yeah, we didn't.
Well, maybe he'll need to fall into some another woman's unsuspecting way.
Underwear.
Maybe Robin will help him
He'll
get
wear
past his...
women's underwear. That's what it